Hi there, I'm Angela. Welcome to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to share with you what I'm working on in my Zone 6A garden during this first week of April. If that sounds interesting, stay tuned. One thing I've already kind of started to do is harden off my seedlings. In this tray here, I was mostly tomatoes and a few peppers. I got a very late start on my peppers, so some of them haven't even sprouted yet, and most of them are so tiny. This kind of corner here has peppers in it, and then the rest of the tray is all tomatoes. And most of the tomatoes, or a lot of them, are getting big enough where I'm going to have to transplant them. We're about a month out from when things go outside for good for the summer, so I definitely want to get those transplanted up soon, and fingers crossed that the peppers do something. The rest of my peppers are on that tray on the bottom of my little grow light set up there. Those are ones that really still haven't even sprouted, or maybe a few of them have, and I really did wait too late, I think. Maybe not too late, but later than I would have liked. Anyway, they're gonna stay here on a heat mat until most of them germinate. And then one other thing I'm doing this week is I'm going to start planting out my green stalk here with lettuces, kale and spinach, Swiss chard, maybe collard greens. So yeah, and I think what I'm going to have to do is add a little bit more soil to most of these little buckets here. But I left a partial bag of soil here just for that reason. So that'll be happening this week. And the one last thing I'm working on this week is getting my seed potatoes ready for planting. I'll show you what I've got so far. So these are potatoes that I received today from Johnny's Selected Seeds. It was 5 pounds of caribou russet. Of course, when they got here, they were whole. And I just cut them up, making sure to leave a couple of eyes on each little section. And once the cut surface kind of dries a little bit and hardens over, then I will be getting those planted out. And I feel like this garden season has really escaped. Like, it has just gotten away from me big time. And that's partially due to, I was sick with food poisoning for about a week and a half. And then we traveled for about a week and a half, my family. So I lost about 3 weeks of prime garden starting season. So some things I decided not to do. And I kind of decided early on to wait and do cabbages, do a fall crop of cabbages and not start them for the spring. And that's partially due to I was just so crazy busy. Even before I got sick, things were kind of getting out of hand. And the other thing is that I really haven't sat down and planned as diligently as I normally do. So I'm still not sure where everything's going to go. I did order another garden bed. Normally, if you've seen some of my previous videos, then you may have seen my garden. And we primarily grow in cedar wooden raised beds. So in lieu of that this year, just to try something new, I ordered a metal bed from Vigo Garden. I'll put a link to them below. I haven't set it up yet, but so it does give me some extra growing space, but I still don't have a good solid plan of where things are going to go. So yeah, I feel like totally everything is out of my control right now. This is the time of year, within the next week or two, I've got to get all my onion seedlings into the ground. These potatoes down here on the table will be going in. And yeah, so one thing that's kind of saving me is having that green stalk set up, so I don't have to worry about where all my leafy greens are going to go, and it saves a little bit of room in the big garden. And so the only other thing left to show you that I hope to be working on this week, if not this week, then next week, is getting my onion seedlings in. I'm going to show you how those are doing. I do have them sitting outside. They're pretty much staying outside at this point. We are not looking at any more freezing temperatures, at least in the foreseeable forecast. So I think that they'll just stay outside, hopefully, until I get them in the ground. But hang on, I'm going to take you, those are in the back of the house outside. I'll take you there and show you how those are doing. So I have 2 trays of onions, and there's a few leeks in here as well. I started these seeds back in February, and normally I have them sitting up higher so they can get more sun, but we've had some storms in the past couple of days, so I have them down here on the ground on this concrete pad, kind of sheltered. I'm going to go ahead and move them up though, because I think, no, on second thought, we are expecting heavy winds tonight. I remember reading that, so I'm just going to leave them down here. So that's pretty much what I'm working on this week. I'm going to try to do these update videos once a week. Maybe it'll end up being every other week, but just to keep you guys updated on what's going on around here in the garden if you're interested. And let me know what you're working on in the comments below. I'm always curious to know what's going on in other people's gardens. So please do share, and until next time, bye.